Hey guys, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. I've got with me Mr. Zach Bills today, and you might have met Zach when we were doing some wheel bearing work and learning about that a little bit. But one of the things that we noticed, he kind of came up to me and he says, you know Josh, I see and I hear people all the time, when it comes to these weight distribution kits on these travel trailers, they either buy them privately or a dealer gets them set up with them, but nobody shows them how to use it. Now, the type of system that you might have on your trailer, it might be physically different. It might look a little bit different from this one. For instance, in this video, we're using what's called a recurve R3. But the methodology and the theory that we're sharing here with you is exactly the same in every case. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step out of the way and I'm gonna let an actual expert, as opposed to somebody that just stayed at a Holiday Inn Express, do some explaining for you. We're doing it live.
Okay, so there's a few things we want to do in order here as we are doing the process of unhooking this system. First thing we're going to do, we're going to make sure the safety pin's in it at all times. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to have a block underneath the tongue at least 6 inches in diameter. Okay? Once you have them two on there, we're going to stay hooked to the tow vehicle. At that point, we're going to raise everything up in the air.
Why are you raising it right now?
What we're doing by raising it when we're hooked to the truck and the trailer at the same time is we're relieving the pressure in the bars.
Okay.
Okay, so at any point when we are using the handle to take the bars on or off, if it is hard to move, go up higher with the system. We don't have enough load took out of them.
And that's one of the reasons we wanted to do this video, because people grab that bar and I see them, they're going, man, I can't get it up there. If you're struggling to use this, you're doing it wrong. It should never be more than like a one-hand operation. Sometimes it can help people to use something that's maybe a little bit thicker down here to just kind of to artificially cheat the angle of attack on this thing, but you should never have to muscle this thing. Sorry, let me get out of here.
And your trailer may differ from what size block you need. If you have a coupler on the bottom size, you may need more block. The idea of it is we want to be at least 6 inches off the ground. If you're stroking all the way out and you can't get the bars off when the 6-inch block on, get more block. The higher you go, the easier this will be. So, raise her on up. Okay, you can see how I can move that bar by hand now. Now we can disassemble the system. So what we're going to do, take your little pin here. You're going to push the button in, pull the pin out.
And again, understand that your hitch might be a little different, but the process is the same, just maybe a different mechanical piece.
Correct. You may have a pin that has to come out through the top. Okay, we're going to put our handle in. Pull the bar into the handle and release it.
Easy.
Just that simple. If it is any more effort than what you just saw me do, you need to get more weight off the system, hence raise the jack higher. Take your bar out 90 degrees from the truck. You'll see a little pin right here that pops out. When we do that, at that point, you can remove the bar. Okay? We'll do the same thing on this side. After we've done that, we can lower the truck all the way back down to level. Then we can unhook our safety pin, unhook our tongue, pick the trailer up off the truck like any other trailer.
Okay, so that helps me get all of this off the truck. That helps me either get parked at home or helps me park camping. What do I do? Okay, so now let's reverse the situation. Let's say that the trailer was parked here. It was parked beside the garage. We're backing up to it and we're hooking up to it so that we can leave. Run us through that process real quick.
Okay, so you're going to back up to the trailer. You're going to drop the trailer on the truck, safety pin in. Okay, our block's still going to be there from when we unhook. So at this point, hook up to the truck, safety pin in. We're going to pick the truck back up to this point again. Okay, now one thing I'll show you. If you watch the angle of this bar, unhooked. I'm going to drop everything down. If you look real close, you can see that bar falling away from that bracket. Okay? There's no set height that you need to jack this up to. It's whenever you get approximately halfway up that saddle. Just about like that, okay? So, we had our block underneath it, safety pin in, we're jacked all the way back up in the air. What you're gonna do is take your bar, put it in at 90 degrees from the trailer. Pop it down in there good and make sure it latches in. Make sure that clip is pushed all the way in, okay? That's essential. If that clip is not in, the bar will come out, okay?
And that's bad.
That's not good. Okay, at that point, we're just gonna put our bar, our tool back in the system. Push the tool in the bar, let the bar eat the tool, rotate it up.
Okay, real quick, because I'm not a muscle-bound guy, let me try this once just to show everybody that it's not some kind of muscle-bound tech trick that we're pulling here. So, I just push this in here, pull the bar, bring it down. Okay, well that's nothing. And then same thing. Put the tool in, let the tool eat the bar. Yep. Push it out. There you go, one hand, guys. That's all there is to it. Then of course, always have your safety pins. And again, specific things on your specific weight distribution system could vary from what we're looking at here. But the theory and the process will never change. All right, so I got to put back up, you were right about to the safety pin spot. I don't want to lose our spot.
So, just make sure the safety pin's in. That's another thing. If you don't have the safety pin in, the bar will come out. Okay? At that point, we have our bar hooked into the saddle. All we have to do is retract the jack up above the lowest point of the vehicle.
Now I'm just noticing, this looks like a really good zombie defense squad weapon. Is this zombie defense squad approved?
Yes, it is.
A zombie defense squad approved. All right, guys. See, this is a 2-for-1 special. This is the kind of thing that you learn at Haylett RV that you just don't get from the other guys. That's called filler time, by the way. All right, so we're down. The foot is up. We can put our block in our storage location. Now, what is this doing for us? Why do we want this thing here?
What the bar is doing is equalizing the weight between the truck and the trailer.
It's preventing the V effect?
It's preventing the trailer from squatting the truck way down.
Okay.
Okay, and the reason that that's so important is if we start squatting this truck down, not only is it not safe to pull, but we're going to be tearing up our axles.
Yeah, that's a really good point, guys. If you see a trailer not riding level, remember, this thing has, most trailers anyway, have 2 axles. Some have 3, but most have at least 2. Well, there's 2 there for a reason, because 1 axle is not enough to hold the weight of the entire rig. So you want the weight distributed evenly on both axles, which means you want the trailer riding level, not nosediving and not nose high to the sky. This helps prevent irregular tire wear. It keeps the tires cooler because tire heat's a huge thing that can cause flat tires. I'm sure you've seen so much of that in your career. You can see cupping and wearing and irregular wear patterns, and it wears out your axles, your brakes, your bearings, just all kinds of things. It's supposed to ride flat and level as possible. If you're just a couple degrees off central axis, you'll be okay. But you want this thing to be as dead level as it can. Is there any other pitfalls or any other suggestions or anything you want to add to us before we're all set here?
I do want to go over the sway control.
Okay.
Okay. So we know everything about the bars now. We know how to take the system off the truck. We know how to put the system back on the truck. Okay. That is preventing the squat out of the truck. Now what our focus needs to be on is the sway behind the truck. Say you're going down the highway, you pass a semi, that negative air pressure is going to start pulling this trailer around. Okay? How we're going to control that is right through this bolt. On the R3 system, this is where your adjustment's going to be.
Yeah, pardon me for sneaking in again, but that is again specific to the R3. Different systems have different sway control methods, but this is a huge question that we get all the time on one of our most popular hitches, so we thought, hey, we'll go ahead and include that.
Correct. Okay, so it's real simple. You have a bolt that comes out on the passenger side of the vehicle. There's nothing on the other side. All this is essentially a band with a brake on it that's going around a smooth shaft of the ball. So the tighter we put that brake pad, it's just like on your car. The tighter we apply the brakes, the less movement you're going to get out of it. Okay? So we're going to take our little Allen wrench here.
Little.
We're going to run this down with the long shaft in first. We're going to run that down to that's hand tight. Okay? Snug. There's no specific tolerance to that. At that point, turn your wrench around to where you have some leverage on it. Okay? We're going to give that half a turn. That's going to give us a starting point for the system. Now this is going to even be if you have a side-mounted sway control system, it's going to be the same way. We're going to run it down snug, then we're going to give it half a turn. Okay. Anything beyond that, if you feel sway going down the road, pull over, and what you're going to want to do is give this thing a quarter turn. We can adjust this in quarter turn increments. It's going to be the same way with the bar system. Okay. The one thing we don't want to do is get in here and take this down all the way tight. Okay, it's going to create problems. It's going to create damage into the system. Okay, so hand tight, half a turn, then you can tighten it down with quarter turn increments.
And the reason I think you don't want to get this thing just all the way mashed cranked down is, remember, the highway you're going on isn't just perfectly straight. At some point there's going to be some twists and turns. You're going to have to pull into a gas station. You do still have to allow the trailer to move behind you. What we're doing is we're limiting and we're controlling it, and we're making it harder to move, so it takes those fine wiggles out.
Correct.
So that's the easy note on the sway control, and like you said, that applies whether you have like a side mount friction sway control, one of these. Different systems have different methods, but we get that question on these all the time. Anything else, Mr. Zach?
That's all I can think of.
Well, there you go, guys. Whether it's hitching pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, and everything in between, we do it all at Haylett RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.